And on this video, we're going to be taking a look at the AsperX jump starter system, which is rated as being able to output 4500 amps peak current, and that should be more than enough to start any gasoline engine, and up to a maximum of 10 liters for diesel engines. This jump starter system should be a lot easier to use than regular jump starting cables, and it also provides a variety of safety protections. And as always, I'd like to remind you that I place a link in the description down below to this jump starter in case you want to get one for yourself. And in addition to the jump pack, they have included alligator clips to jumpstart the vehicle, which also feature reverse polarity protection, and also this automotive adapter in case you wanted to use any kind of accessories that use a cigarette lighter style plug. And they have also included USB cables, USB-C to C and USB-A to C, because this jump pack can also work as a power bank. And finally, they have included a simple carrying case. And the AX4500 features a single button on the front. Pressing that button turns on the display to show us the battery status. Right now we are at 74%, but also holding this button down turns on a flashlight on the side of the unit, and it's actually quite bright. Pressing that button one more time switches the light into strobe mode. Pressing the button one more time enables SOS mode, and tapping the button one more time turns the flashlight off. And now let me show you how to use this unit to jumpstart a vehicle. And to jumpstart a vehicle, there is a cover on the side of the unit that says jumper cable. And underneath the cover, we have the connector for the alligator clips. Next up, I can connect the alligator clips. I'm just gonna line up this connector and fully push this in until it bottoms out. Now this is ready to start a vehicle. But I also want to show you that the alligator clips are keyed, which means I cannot plug them in into the incorrect orientation. It won't let me, and that is a good feature to have to ensure that I always plug this in the right way. Next up, I'll connect the red alligator clip to the positive battery terminal. Now I'm going to connect the black alligator clip to the negative side of the battery terminal, and you'll notice that there's actually a little green light over here that lights up and tells us that we have connected the wires correctly and we are ready to jumpstart the vehicle. But let's also test out the reverse polarity protection. I'm gonna connect the alligator clips backwards and we'll see what happens. You can see right away that this is gonna throw a red light, and it's also giving us a loud beep telling us that we have connected the wires, the alligator clips, incorrectly. But I also want to show you the boost feature, and the boost feature is going to be used when the battery is so low and so depleted that the jump starter cannot detect the voltage coming from it. And what you want to do in that case, there is a button on the side of the unit that says boost, and by pushing this button and holding it down, you hear a click on the unit, and you also get that green light indicating that you are good to go. That boost feature is going to enable us to jump start a vehicle with a battery that is almost completely dead. Let's try that out. And as far as how many times can you jumpstart a vehicle, well, that is going to depend on the size of the engine and how long you're cranking the engine for. But as you can see in the multiple jump starts that I just did right now, which is about 2 to 3, we got down to 88%. So there's definitely a lot more juice left on here to keep jump starting a vehicle. And to use this jump pack as a battery bank, there is a dust cover on the side of the unit that protects several connectors. The very first one is for that automotive adapter, and that allows us to use any kind of adapter that uses the cigarette lighter plug style. We also get a full-size USB port which supports quick charge at 18 watts, and we get a USB-C port which supports power delivery up to 30 watts. Now that USB-C port can be used to charge devices, or we can use it to recharge the power bank itself. And it is possible to charge multiple devices at the same time. I'm gonna connect this one to that USB-C port. I'm gonna connect the second one to that full-size USB, and then on the automotive adapter, I have a USB charger connected on here. I'm gonna connect one more device on there. Now technically I could still connect one more device since this adapter actually has another USB port available, and all of these things are active and charging. Also notice that we get an indicator that the USB port is on quick charge and the Type-C port is also currently on. And when recharging the jump pack, we get the battery level percentage and also an in indicator, meaning that the power is going in as opposed to power going out. Now, as far as the recharge time, this thing has a battery that's rated at 74 watt hours, so if it was fully depleted down to 0%, a full charge should take approximately about 5 hours. And the last thing that I'll show you is that while the unit does include a user manual in multiple languages, the instructions are also found directly on the alligator clips in case we were to lose that manual, including this little cheat sheet for the potential error lights that we may get on this little adapter in case one of the safety features is triggered and it is detected by it. Now, the last thing you might be curious is, how do you turn this unit off? And the display actually dims before this unit times out and completely turns off automatically. Now, that is a safety function, that way you don't have to remember to turn it off. However, if you wanted to turn off this thing manually, there is actually a way to do it, and that is by holding the power button down for enough time that this unit is gonna completely turn off. Now, right now the flashlight came on, but notice what's gonna happen the longer I hold this button. And it seems to be somewhere between 10, maybe 15 seconds, the unit can be manually turned off if desired. And the last thing you may be wondering is about the weight of this unit. This is roughly about 1.5 pounds, so it's not very heavy to travel with. I always recommend traveling whenever I do a long trip with a jump starter, because you just never know when a car battery is gonna go on its way out and potentially leave you stranded. Now, having one of these guys is cheap insurance, I think. Also, sometimes I forget to charge my phone, so it is nice to have a charger with me, basically a big portable bank that I can bring down from the vehicle in case for some reason I need an emergency charger. So if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments down below. Remember, I put a link in the description to this unit in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more cool car gadget reviews coming up for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.